Hi, Mama. It's a topic we're going to discuss in just a second. At least Shakira? I'll take that. We got to get our likes up, y'all. If we can do that, please, it would mean a lot to me. Welcome in, you guys. Welcome in. How much chance do they get? No chances, honestly. I'm going to say a couple comments. I'm going to answer a couple questions. I'm going to hit it. I don't want to keep... Hi, Mariah. In a second, I'm going to have a conversation with Violet. She's in my chat. We're going to go live together for just a brief second. She's going to ask me a couple questions. I'm going to answer them, and then I'm going to... Probably my last time talking about this kind of topic, I'm going to pretty much drop it. And I told Nick if we want to go live together, I don't want to talk about anybody. I want to just go live as a streamer with them and just have a good time. Yes. No, I know, Shelly. I know. Yeah, same thing, Mariah. This is my last time. I want to say a couple of things, and then I'm going to answer some of her questions, and I'm going to hit it. Mariah, also, I know your boundaries. I know what I can say and can't say. I will not disrespect you. I will never harm you guys. In a second, I'm going to bring up Violet. And Summer Love just came in, I think, which is what I kind of wanted. I want to make sure that... Okay, well, welcome in, Summer. Violet and I are about to have a conversation about Nick. So I want to make sure that I have... Mariah's here in the chat. I want to make sure I clear up anything that's being said. You know, to be live and to be called a liar is not okay. I've been nothing but a good friend. I've been nothing but a genuine person. I've taken every single hit, every blow for my friendship. I have protected Mariah. I have protected Nick. I have done nothing but be a great friend. So to be called a liar is really, really hurtful. And I kind of have demanded, that there needs to be some clarity and the conversation needs to be dropped. All right, we're almost at 10,000 likes and then we're going to have a conversation. So yes, that's what I want. Thank you, Mariah. Yes, positive. Yes, 1,000,000%. And again, Mariah, text me if I say anything incorrect or text me. I will clear whatever I need to clear up or, whatever. I don't want to hurt or say something wrong. Thank you. I mean, the trolls are going to come in pretty bad. Just do your best. I wouldn't block or mute every single person. Follow the conversation and just do what you think is best, Lori and Shelly or anyone that's here that's a mod. Do it. If you think something's bad and you want to mute it, do it. I stand behind you and you have my permission. All right, y'all. So once at the 10,000 taps, I want to have a conversation with this lady named Violet. Just so you know, the topic of the conversation is that I was called a liar. So that's how we're having this conversation. One second, guys. 1 second. One second, guys. 1 second. Hello, friends. Okay, I'm back.
Hi, Jessica.
Hello, hello.
How are you?
I'm okay.
All right. First, just before we
Oh,
start,
my niece. Sorry.
it's all
I'll turn my
good.
volume down on my phone so it doesn't ring. There you go. Okay.
Yeah. Just first of all, before we go, I just want to say thank you for accepting to have this conversation. And I know that you've had bad experiences with other T pages, and I just want to promise you that I'm not like them. And I am
Okay.
open to being wrong. And if I was wrong, I will absolutely apologize and I will absolutely rectify myself.
Okay. I respect that. Thank you.
I think it's just normal for me to, let's just clear it up. I think we had different information. I think there was, and I am not going to lie, and I am being honest. Did I react? Did I react strongly that night? I did. I absolutely did, and I understand that my words have power, and I understand that my words were strong, and I am absolutely willing to um, to work on that and to rectify and clarify myself.
Okay. And I understand. I kind of get where you're coming from. I understand there's a lot of confusion in this situation. But I want you to know that like I would never say nothing that's going to harm or hurt them. I care about them both and I'm friends with both of them. And everything I've said, I've had consent to say. And I would
Mhm.
never in my life say something that would put Mariah in danger. I respect her as a woman. I respect her as a human. I respect her as a victim of circumstances and situations. I
Mhm.
understand all that they've went through. And again, I would never want to bring trauma or cause any kind of harm for her or him.
Mhm.
That's not what my friendship's about with either one of them. And if you know
Uh,
anything about me and the history of our friendship, I've never done nothing in a way to like hurt them. But go ahead, I'll let you ask whatever questions you need to ask or whatever.
no, no, no. I was just I think and I think that on that topic we can totally agree. I would never. I know how bad Mariah had it, and I would never ever want to do anything that would hurt her. And of course, like Nick deserves to how can I put this? Nick deserves to find happiness and to be able to grow and get clean and deal with his own issues. That I will always say that, and I will always like stand by that.
I agree.
Sure. So, do we do we jump into the thick of it?
Yes,
Like, all right,
I do have
let's.
Mariah here. I don't know how long we're going to have Mariah in the chat.
Mhm.
So I would like to get to the Mariah part, the
Sure.
clarity that you need. Also, I want to just make this boundary. Thank you guys. Thank you, everybody. It's in my life. My friend Dusty, it's his birthday. Happy birthday to you, Dusty. I love you so much. I'm here to celebrate you all night, and I love you. Thank you for your friendship. You're one of the most amazing people in the world. Sorry, I just seen him come in, so I want to try to shout it out because I know he works tonight. So happy birthday, Dusty. We love you. But with Mariah's time, also, I'm not really sure how detailed I want to go into
Sure.
the timeline of how long that they've been together since Nick returned there. I think her family has a version that's different than mine, so I don't want to fully like get her into some kind of trouble with her family. So make sure that we walk kind of carefully with that topic, but she will clarify whatever I say. I've had consent and permission to say. So go
Sure.
ahead.
Yeah. So basically, um, I don't know if you're a little familiar with me and what there's Crimson. We're the Color Sisters. We gather information, and the information that I have was the the testimony from one of her relatives on Reddit.
I
And
seen it.
yeah, I trust that I trust that I have interacted with that person in the past, and I know that they, as far as I know, they are just like the two of us concerned for Mariah's well-being, and so I was trusting of what she was saying. I had no reason to believe that what she was saying was false. So that's where I got my info.
So Mariah just said in the chat, Amanda is 100% valid.
Okay. So
So let's get to the first thing. So the thing you said I lied about was that when Nick arrived back to his hometown, I think that you questioned that Mariah and him were together, or that Mariah was a part of him coming back home. Is that kind of what you questioned?
well, I knew that he was back in Greenville. I that
So
part
did
I
I.
knew. Huh?
So did I. I knew as
Okay,
well.
yeah. We both knew. We both knew. Um
I was
and
told not to say it though. It was a secret. I know that you were saying it, which was going to put. Now, sorry if this comes off wrong. I'm not meaning it in a negative way, but I knew that would put Nick in danger and also Mariah in a lot of danger if we were to say that Nick was back there. So I was told to not say it. So I did not ever say it. Did not confirm it until Mariah and Nick got into their altercation where he went live. I never once spoke that he was there. But I know you have said that, which has also been that was very dangerous. If you care about Mariah or care about the situation, or I don't know what angle you come from, that's why I never confirmed it or said it. That's why Mariah went silent. That's why Nick didn't go live. So you said it like in the beginning when they first got, how long have you known that they were there and you said it publicly, correct?
yeah, I did.
Okay.
So, but I'll be honest, he said it, and there's one thing, and people who know me know that there's two really core principles that I hold very important, that are for me absolutely important. The first one is we never go in real life. The second part is whatever it is, we don't dox. I knew I knew the place where he was residing, and I would never ever have said it online. And I think I don't remember exactly when I said it, but I know that the other night, and I still stand by it. I say, even if even if he himself tells where he is, I will not repeat it. I will not be the one disclosing his location. Because,
Same.
yeah. So yes, I did say that he was in Greenville, but never ever did I mention or made any kind of point or direction or anything. I was always just very clear. I remember one time I was in the live. I don't remember. Maybe it was Summers, but and there's this girl that came up, and she told the story that she saw Nick, and the second she started to say, around that place, and I was like, no, 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 we're going to stop. We are not going to pinpoint anything. We are not going to say any kind of road names or whatever. The goal is really to make sure that his location is never disclosed. And that's
Okay.
something that I really um, hold dear to my heart. I can
Well,
promise you
I
that.
do know that someone put a video up where it was with his location and the exact address and phone number to the hotel. I was told that it was you. I went back and looked. The video is deleted now, but there was a video posted that had like a clip of a Google search of the address. So it was out there. I was told it was you, but then after I
No,
said it the other night with Summer, I was told that it actually wasn't you. It was another T page that did that. So I apologize that I said that. But I think when I did say it, I did ask it as a question, like, didn't she post a video or something like that? So I was going to confirm that I was told it wasn't you, but it was
no.
another T page that did that. Did you see the video where I put the address on it?
I didn't even see it. And if I would have
Okay.
seen it, I would have reported it. I'll be honest, that is something that I do not tolerate. That's something, and even um I think, I don't remember exactly, but I was I mean, Crimson, I know she's in the comments. She is, like, we text because we're working together, but and I went into Nick's live, and I know that someone, it's before he was, before he moved, someone put the full address, and I was like, this is not right. This will never be right. And
Thank you. I agree.
yeah, no, and that's really something that I really wanted to tell you, because I really want you to know that I would never ever ever do something like that. Like, as much as Nick has some things going on, um and even it's not even just because it's Nick, it's everyone, it's anyone. I would never disclose anyone's location.
I respect that. Same here.
Good.
All right, so that's
But
cleared
yeah,
up. The
no,
next topic was
yeah.
about how long Mariah knew that he was there. Is that kind of what you questioned about me?
Uh, well, yeah, like, it's for me. It's I think the next thing was really the because I had read the Reddit post, so I was questioning, because the Reddit post said something very that was that was somewhat opposite of what you were saying. So that's why I was questioning it.
Okay. So I have to be careful with how I say it, but I will tell you that Mariah knew it was a part of Nick coming home. She was
Mhm.
aware. She was a part of the hotel situation. She was part of making sure that he was safe. When it comes to being in Nick's life, you are pressured and held under fire to remind him and to tell him that he's safe. So I will tell you, I know that from the moment that he arrived, Mariah was a part of him being safe. I will confirm that Mariah was not there every night. Mariah was not in the situation where she was deeply embedded in the situation, 100,000%. I want to make sure I protect her, so how I'm trying to say this the best I can. But from the moment he arrived in Greenville to today, Mariah
Mhm.
has known where he was helping him, was a part of the conversations, was worried about him, and also the person that made sure he was safe. Nick will confirm that. She will confirm that. But I want to make sure that I'm very careful that, like, she wasn't with him. They were
Mhm.
not, from my understanding, they were not in a relationship. She was not.
Okay.
I'm gonna be careful how I say it. So Mariah, if I'm saying anything wrong, please correct me or text me, and I'll backtrack a little bit. But I just want to make sure you understand that I knew, she knew, and she helped and made sure that he was safe. He would
Okay.
never have stayed in a hotel and not went live all those days. And he
Mhm.
only went live with Mariah's consent and permission. That was one of the rules, that when he got
Okay.
back there, he could not go live. He could not talk about their relationship or him. Mariah, this time, I'm really proud of her. She set boundaries and said, "This is my boundary. You cannot cross it. If you cross it, this is the repercussions." And for I want to say 30 days, but I could be a little bit off, or a little bit. It could be a little bit more. But once he arrived back there, he followed and listened to everything Mariah said, because she was the person that was in control of the situation. And
Mhm.
he didn't go live without her permission. He was doing his thing on other apps and like Twitters and things like that. But like, as far as TikTok and him talking, it was only, I think they had an argument one time and he went live and he begged for money and help, because I think Mariah and him had a difference of, they had a difference in that moment, and she wasn't willing to help him in that second because he was not doing and he wasn't following Mariah's boundaries. And one thing I will tell you about Mariah and I, as a friend of hers, I have tried my hardest to help her set boundaries. I've tried so hard to teach her and to show her. Like, one night we were having this conversation on the phone, and it was like a good 4 hour conversation on the phone. We were deep into our problems, our mental health, things that we were feeling, the stress of everything that we went through with this Graceland situation. And we were talking about her sister and her sister passing. And I'm going to be very careful. So Mariah, if I say something wrong, please correct me, or please tell me to slow down or not go too far. But she was on her sister passing. And I said, I really believe that you've taken that and you put it on Nick. and now you're trying so hard to save him because you lost your sister and you weren't able to help. And so a lot of Mariah's trauma and responses when it comes to the Nick situation that a lot of y'all don't understand is that she did not get to save her sister, and it's the biggest regret, and she's not dealt with the sister's passing. So all of that lightning bolts and pain she's now put onto Nick, and her protecting him and saving him is the only way she can make it right with her sister, which I know that's not a good thing. She needs to make it right with her sister in her own self, and nothing she could have did would have stopped what happened with her sister. But okay, Mariah, we can talk about that in a second. I just want to make sure we confirm and talk about the topics that I think were posted about me. But anyway, so I want you to know that I have been nothing but support and been a rock for Mariah. I have helped her navigate how to set boundaries. I have pumped her up in educating and teaching and talking about money and finances, and her trying to save money to have like I asked her, I said, what's your dreams? What do you want to do? She said, I want an apartment, I want a car, I want this. And I said, let's do it. I said, you have 1 year, let's set a goal, let's bust butt, pick up every hour you can, or all these extra hours. And she's very strong-minded, and she's a really hardworking girl. Her biggest flaw is that she loves to the core, and sometimes she doesn't know when to stop the love or whatever like that, but her intentions are just to love and to be loyal and to protect. But I'm rambling, so go ahead.
No, and what you're saying is absolutely right. And I think if we come back to the information, right? I think in this case it was actually just like a miscommunication. I only had the part where she was just not there every day. And don't get me wrong, I absolutely it's more than okay if she wants to support Nick and be there, and I completely understand. And I'll just say, I know Mariah's in there. We had a conversation earlier this week, and I remember just like when she was saying how well she was doing, and I was so proud of her, and I was actually emotional because and I'm glad that now she can hear me, because yes, I am so proud of her. I am glad that she's doing so good, and she has so much support on, coming her way if she needs it, if there's anything. And so I think that, just to go back before, I think it was just like, I feel like there was a puzzle, and we each had pieces of that puzzle, but now I'm glad that we are able to just like put those puzzle pieces together to make sure that, okay, so she was not there every day, but she helped. Okay, and that's good, and I'm all good with that. And I'm, there's no ill will, and I will even say thank you for what you did for Mariah, and how you helped her. I really thank you for being a good friend to her, and you know she can have all the support and love that she deserves. And yeah, I'm glad that she had someone. And again, like I said, I really think that on this point it was just a miscommunication. Like there was maybe like things missing, and now we have the whole picture, and I'm glad that we do, because that way at least, now I know the whole thing.
But you know that I wasn't lying. I was telling you
Oh
that
yeah.
when I spoke that,
Yes.
and for you to say that I was lying, that I wasn't telling the truth, that was hurtful because I was telling the truth. So just to be clear, you understand that I was not lying.
Yeah, I do.
Okay. Okay.
Mm,
What else was the other topics? I forget.
um, I
What else
don't.
did I lie about? Or
I don't know. I don't. I'm sorry. I don't remember.
well, if it's okay with you, I would like to bring Summer and Unconfirmed up if they're down. I would love for Summer to like help guide the conversation, and then really quick before we continue, some Violet or Mariah, will you please put in the conversation, put in the text so Violet can read it and the chat can see it, that everything I said was the truth as far as Nick arriving and you being a part of it, but not in a way where you were in danger or whatever like that. You did it in a way that you set a boundary, and I helped you respect those boundaries and set those boundaries. So just will you confirm that what I said was true?
And also I think just because you're talking about it and I'm remembering it, and I think that one of the things that I really just want to say, and I it you know, I probably said it very wrong, and you know, I wanted to wait till the end, but I do want to say that I'm sorry, then and I reacted, you know, and I take ownership for my action, and I'm sorry if, you know, I'm sorry that I reacted, that I went to like that I reacted too hard, and that's on me. Um, I think when I did the video, I think there was a lot of people that were saying, you know, saying like a lot of stuff and saying that she was there, and I had a lot of comments coming in, you know, that um and they were not nice comments. I don't want to, I feel uncomfortable because I don't want to make Mariah uncomfortable, but they were saying like all things like, "Oh, we are not buying it," and whatever, and I was like, no, I that's not okay. We can't. I often say that I try to go with the facts that I have and the facts that I can get. And I thought, and for me, people assuming things like as if Mariah was there all the time, I didn't think it was okay.
No, I agree. So Mariah, let's just see what we can confirm, and I understand the Graceland comment, which I will clarify in just a moment. I tried my hardest to always be as careful as possible. If Mariah can confirm, every time I talk about her or Nick, I always text her and say, if I say something wrong, please tell me. I text Summer the same thing. I make sure that I walk a very fine line to protect them, but also to be transparent and be honest on my platform about my life and about what's happening in my friendships. So Mariah, like, if you want to add in or continue the conversation or say your part.
No, yeah, that's me and you messaged each other, and I told you that that was the only thing I was concerned about was that I hope you were not going to support him going back to Graceland. That regardless of whether I'm with him or not, it's detrimental that he stay local because he does have family here. But me and you got that cleared up, and
Yeah.
but
But
other
it's
than
like,
that, Jessica, you've supported us. I don't care what people have to say. I'm very grateful for our friendship. If it wasn't for Nick, I would not have met you. Um, so yeah, I don't have any ill will. I'm not gonna get on here and talk shit about Nick like he does me. I'm not gonna get on here and be hateful. I will state that I did not steal a damn dollar from him. I've been working my ass off for the past 6 months. And yes, I'm sorry I sound bitter. I am. I've been working my ass off for the past 6 months and I've saved my money on my own, and I refuse to pay a single day for his room or anything like that. And at the end of the day, I just wish him well. And if he can't quit speaking about me, I'm going to have to do something about it because I don't deserve this. I don't. I fucked up and I made a mistake. But I don't deserve to be drug on the internet by someone who's mad that I didn't want to move into an apartment with him with my hardworking 6 months of money, my savings. I messed up. Yes, I saw him. But that's it. That's where the line was drawn. I told him I didn't want to be with him. I'm sorry he got confused. He doesn't
well, I do think
deserve
that
me.
I think that he, when it comes to you two, hold on, my dog's about to start. So be careful. Hold on a second. I'm muting.
All right,
It,
just to kind of jump in here, I just want you to know that you're human, right? And we as humans, and it's not just you, it's all of us. We went back to those exes, right? We went back to those toxic relationships. So I just want you to know, don't ever feel like you're the only one. We all do it. And I mean, shit, I've done it many times in my life. And it's just part of our path. It's part of our lessons learned. So just know that, like, from me to you, um, girl, I think you're amazing, and I really, really want nothing but good on your path forward. I really do.
Yeah.
Same. And but Mariah, you will probably make the same mistake again. And if you do, it's okay. We're not going to judge you. I'm not going to be ever against you. When it comes to your relationship with Nick, and like I touched this a little bit, like the trauma bond that you guys do have, and the sister situation you went through, and things that you have gone through in your life, and how loyal you are. I think sometimes we because of our loyalty and because how our brains work, we try to do the right thing, but we're actually hurting someone by doing it, and we think we're just helping them. So I just want you to know that I ride for you in any decision you make, even if it's the wrong one. I support you, and I will. I'm not trying to be an enabler, but I just want you to know, like, if you I know you love him. I know that's where your hurt comes from.
I
I know
do.
why you talked to him. I know why you supported him when he got back there. I know why you sent him gifts when he was in Graceland. I know why you, um, I get everything that you do when it comes to him. I don't fully understand it, but I get it and I understand your love. So, like, just don't feel guilty or don't feel bad for the choices you make when it comes to love, because we all kind of understand.
Oh yeah. And I've said it over and over in my lives too. Like there's no judging, and there's, they say that the average victim goes back 7 times, but that's just what we know, and I know that there's so many more. And I we can't judge anyone. And Mariah, I know that I told you that, um, you know, even if you go back, you still have support, it's all good. And I remember like that the first thing I told you is like, girl, you're human. Humans fuck up.
Yeah, you did. I'm embarrassed and I'm hurt and I don't know what to do. I didn't want to get on here and fucking do this because I knew I was gonna cry, but
I'm sorry.
it's okay. I just can't be made out like this motherfucker is dragging me on live or attempting to drag me online. And like, I love him as a
Mm.
human being. So why, like, it's embarrassing to watch these lives. It's embarrassing to be talked about when all I did was support you. It's fucking embarrassing, and I want nothing but for him to be able to take accountability.
Right, you don't have to be embarrassed, darling, and I'll tell you why. And I'll say this very blunt and blatantly. We all see the narcissistic ways of his. We see the gaslighting, we see the manipulation on the internet. So please know, that's what we see. And that's what he's been doing to you. So please don't be embarrassed because we see his ways and we see what he's doing.
Oh,
Well, I want to
absolutely.
say in defense for Nick, and not this is not me just being his friend. This is me advocating for Mariah a month from now or 6 months from now if she's back with him. I don't want her to regret certain things, but like Mariah is equally. How do I say it? Mariah? If I hope you understand what I'm trying to say, and if I say it wrong, please let me know. But I feel like she plays a part in the narcissism and plays a part in the negative part of the relationship. There is some things that she should work on as far as how she handles the situation. I think sometimes she dives too deep. Sometimes she tries to set things to go a certain way to keep Nick in the right place. But I think sometimes you just can't cage a dog. You can't cage someone like that. And I think that she tries sometimes tactics that don't work, that aren't the best choices for her. And I do think sometimes Nick equally is a victim in the relationship when it comes to Nick and Mariah. And I know not everybody's gonna agree with me, but I promise you guys, and Mariah, if you can speak on what I'm trying to say, but I'm not saying that you're just as bad as him as far as like the past things like that. About your relationship and the things that you guys go through that people don't know on the internet. A lot of times, it takes two to tango. And I'm not saying Mariah's as bad as him or Mariah's is just as guilty, but there is things about Mariah, um, that are not the best, and those are things that she has to work on. And a lot of our conversations are about the techniques to work on to be better, to get what she wants, for the end goal. I love talking to her about her past and her relationship with her family and her dreams of what she wants to accomplish and where she wants to be in 5 years. Like, we have those conversations. But I just want to make sure that we all understand, like, Summer, I know what you just said, and I understand what I'm saying. But Mariah, do you agree that you're equally just important as a problem as well as not the problem when it comes to Nick?
Absolutely. I'm fucking broken. But the difference is I've been upfront about it. And a big difference is, Jessica, I like my life private. Yes, I chose to be with him and I accepted his internet, whatever. That doesn't mean I didn't have conversations with him about how I don't want to be filmed. I don't want to be vulnerable. I don't, we made an agreement, okay? I never told him to stop doing internet unless it got to his mental health. But the one agreement and the one boundary was keep me off the fucking camera, dude. I don't need the attention and I don't want it. I'm a very private person. And I'm a 33-year-old grown-ass woman who doesn't need the attention of these strangers on the internet. You want to know why we get recognized in public? Because he can't help but to plaster us all over the internet. I didn't ask for that and I didn't agree to that. So that's my only biggest quarrel is, yeah, I've came up here and I've said a couple of things and I've told my truth because I was fucking pissed and I'm hurt. But at the same time, I'm not doing it daily. I'm getting a job. I am
I agree
working
with
my
you.
ass off. He is going live 4 and 6 plus times a day, not doing a damn thing. I went out of my way to try and get him a fucking job at my work, knowing it's going to put me at risk. Think he followed through? No.
And if I can, Mariah, if you ever want, and the door will always be open. I know I've talked before about me and Crimson. There's now Chartreuse. We're 3 online advocates. We advocate for victims of online crimes. We have a lot of experience with DV. We have been helping one of Nick's victims, another one, for over a year and a half. And if there is anything or any kind of support or anything that you would want, you can always reach out. We will always, be willing to give out, to help you, to give you resources, even like help you go through some process only if you want to go through it. And the door is always open on our side for that, and be comfortable. If you're not comfortable, you don't do it. But if ever you feel like you want to take it a step further, like, just know that we are here for you.
I just want to address Alabama in the chat. If you're talking about personal videos of X, that was consent up until I decided for my videos of my body not to be sold when I don't reap the benefits. Other than that, the camera being thrown in my face, I'm sorry guys, I'm angry, I'm hurt, and I'm confused. And I'm feeling
You're good.
alone.
You're allowed to feel that way.
But for you to say anything about very personal videos posted online, I didn't do it. I don't tell him to hit the live button. He knows it's a trigger. I know what I did to him and he knows what he's done to me. The difference is I will always be honest about what I did. I don't get on here and lie to you people about shit.
No, you take accountability and you say, like, yes, that's what happened. And you are so brave for doing that. You, like, yeah, and I would love nothing more for you to be just left alone. And, you deserve your peace. You deserve it so much. Yeah, and your emotions are valid. It's normal, going through all of that. And, again, we were talking about trauma bonds. Trauma bonds are already extremely hard to break. So a bond like that, I myself cannot understand because I've never had a bond that strong, but I've been trauma bond on different levels in my life. And so, yeah, you go through all of these feelings and it's normal. Just, you're doing great. You're doing amazing. And one little moment at a time, one breath at a time. And whatever happens, you will always, always have support around you, whatever you choose. That's the thing.
And
Same.
And Mariah, I want you to know there's 417 people in here, right? And I want you to understand that you have a community behind you, right? You have a whole community behind you. This community is your biggest cheerleaders. Everyone wants nothing but the best for you. So I just hope you understand that and I hope you see that. And I just hope you really do know that there are people here for you and will always be here for you. The good, the bad, the ugly. That's what communities are about.
Yeah, and we can all agree that all we want for you is happiness and joy and have the best life that you can have. And we're all united in this, in this goal and in this wish for you. That is one thing, we're all on the same page.
Nothing but love for you, Mariah. I love you, and I'm grateful that we are friends, and I'm glad that we can have the conversations we've had on the phone. And I'm very grateful for the loyalty and everything that we have as a friend. So just know that you're loved.
Thank you.
I think it's time to just stop discussing Mariah. So I don't ever discuss Mariah without her knowing or me saying something. I never overstep any boundaries. If I do, Mariah will tell me. Mariah is actually really good at setting a boundary. She'll tell you, "I'm not okay with this," or she will. Am I wrong, Mariah? Like, do you agree
Yeah.
that you are
Yeah, girl, I'm
quick,
very
especially
blunt.
with me?
Yeah. I'm very blunt. You know that. I have no filter. I have no filter and I
But
keep it honest and I take accountability and like I said, I know I fuck up and unfortunately it's publicized. That was not due to my hands, but I will always own up to my shit. Yeah, being with him and I know consequences to actions and all that, but I'm not gonna be drug on the internet for loving and giving a shit about someone. I'm not gonna be made a villain. I'm not gonna be made out to be the devil, and I damn for sure ain't gonna be made out to be someone who steals from him. I've never stolen a dime from him, and I never will. I don't need it. I've been working my ass off at a real adult tax-paying job since he went to Graceland and did fucking nothing with his life. I'm sorry, I need a cigarette. I'll
you're
send.
good.
I'll join
So
you
listen,
for a cigarette.
I'm overstepping boundaries and shaming her. Do you feel like I'm shaming you or anyone? Do you feel like I'm shaming Mariah that's in these boxes? That's not my intentions if that's how it's coming off. So please let me know if it's that coming off that way.
Jessica, I didn't feel that it was coming off that way whatsoever.
No, I don't think so either. Mariah, I'm really proud of you and how strong you're coming up here. You probably didn't want to, but kind of clearing your name and everything like that. And I know it's embarrassing to go back. I've been there too, and I've lied to people about it. And so
I hope that's not the real sensory
just
pleasures in the fucking chat. Laura, I really hope you're not in here saying a fucking thing about me.
No, no, I
If,
can
that,
assure
if
you.
Sensory
someone's here, please
pleasures,
tell us.
yes. Fucking Laura from New York. I'm allowed to talk about you, bitch. He can't. I can.
Hold on,
Get
wait,
her the
pause,
fuck
Mariah.
out of
Whoever
here.
it is, Mariah,
So
whoever it
which
is,
one
tell
is
my
it?
mods. We'll
Sensory
mute them. I don't know who it
pleasures.
is.
Oh,
I'm looking for them now.
I'm too.
If you're a mod, look for someone named Sensory Pleasure and mute them or block them
Fuck you,
immediately.
Laura. You were fucking desperate. You were a fucking
Mariah, be
stalker.
careful. Mariah, be careful. Be careful. Be careful. Stop.
Found
Yeah.
it. Found it.
And
Found it.
yeah, and it's not a real account. It has 0 followers and like 7 following.
Yeah, found it.
It's a fake account. Laura hasn't been on the internet for so long, if I remember correctly.
I gotta go. I can't fucking do this.
All
I
right.
love you, Mariah. I
I'm
understand.
sorry, Mariah.
Did we get rid of them? Or are they gone?
It's a fake account, a 0 following account.
Okay.
I really hope she will be doing okay. I really wish her the best.
Me too, honestly.
Yeah. Mm. All right. Was there anything else that I said or that that would, you know, um
Uh, th- I'm okay with you. I appreciate your message you sent me, and just know that I would never come on here to lie or to hurt them. That's not my intentions.
Yeah.
So that's
And
it.
you know what I will do, and again, like, did I go at you hard? Did I react badly? I did, and for that I'm really sorry. I will delete my videos. I will take them down. I have no problem taking accountability, and I will post something, and I will say that, I didn't have we didn't have the whole the whole information. I hope this is cleared up now, and I hope that we can move forward. And there's absolutely no ill will. I've always I've seen you here and there, and I've never had, a bad, a bad thing to say about you. And again, I've said it before, but like for my page is only about, information, and I really try to state that way. Did I to use did I fuck up a little this week? Yeah, I did. So I will change it, and again, like, and people, I think people know I'm usually not the one to be involved in drama, um about I know that there's some people who don't get along, and I really don't want to, I really don't want to get involved. And so that's, you can be assured that once this is done, and once this is put to rest, I will not talk about it. I will not, for me, the subject is closed. We talked, we cleared things out, and I hope that you feel the same. But on my end, I'm like, okay, I think we cleared it out. It's good. And then we can both move along and have no bad feelings towards each other.
Yeah, I have nothing negative I feel about you. I feel good, and I'm glad that you are not like I was. I was in fear that you were very similar to Evil Teapot, and that was my biggest
Amen.
fear. I don't ever want to be in a situation like that again. And it was very triggering kind of to feel that way with you, but I'm grateful that we had these conversations. It proved to me that you're not like them at all. So
Yeah.
mass respect to you, and thank you for having this conversation. And I'm probably not actually going to discuss this topic any further unless I
Hmm.
need to or something's happening.
Yep.
So as far as like this whole situation, I'm grateful that you came here and talked to me today. I appreciate you.
Well, I really appreciate you. Sorry, my mouth is getting dry because I'm talking too much. But no, I was about to say something and I forgot. I'm sorry.
You're good. Desi or Summers, anything you want to
Oh
add
yeah,
or say? Are you? Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
yeah. No, I remember now. It's just like, and I knew you didn't have like a good experience with other T pages, and I thank you for taking the moment to trust me and to, you know, give me a chance, because I would have understood if you didn't, if you hadn't wanted to. And I hope that, I prove that I'm not like other T pages.
You have 100%. So I definitely would trust your, what you post. I would trust what you're saying. I would, go listen and watch your stuff and follow you and be friends with you. And just
Yes.
please don't ever get stuck in the dark web of like this world that we're in because it's very dangerous.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And and hopefully, like, if there's something, or if I have questions, I can just ask them directly to you, so that way there's no miscommunication. How about that?
Yes, please.
Cool. Awesome.
And this was an adult conversation, right? This is what people do when there is a differences of opinion or when there's things that's going on. You come together, you have the conversation, and you talk. One thing about Jessica is I'm super protective over her just because she's my sister, and
Hmm.
she's really good people. She has a heart of gold, and we didn't have the strongest journey coming out the gate, but it just shows you that, you know, we can work together, we can work things out, and we can all be adults. But what I will
Amen.
say in here to anyone, and I say this all the time, the in real life has to stop, right?
Yes.
It has to stop. This is TikTok. We can come on here, we can kiki with each other. We can talk about a topic, go down the lore. But when people start crossing into the in real life things, it is insane and is out of control. So all I say is, again, please just stop. Have fun on TikTok, do your thing, enjoy lore, but don't go in real life. It's not okay at all. It's never okay.
No, and
I
it's
agree.
dangerous. It
Yeah,
really is. Yeah.
yeah, it's
Sorry,
not
I'm
cool.
late to the show, Jessica.
Hi, beautiful.
Hey, sorry, I was indisposed.
I understand. I
Glad you
get
have
it.
cameras off.
What did I miss? I saw your message.
I just texted you I was going to go live with her. I wasn't sure what was going to happen. I just let you know that I was doing it. I know we talked yesterday, and I wanted to clear the situation up and kind of get this topic over with. But I think it was a really good conversation. It was pretty heartfelt for Mariah, and I think triggering and all those things. But I think from my personal conversation with her, I think she wanted to have one time to say something, and now she wants to be done. I think she's going to go pretty silent as far as this. So it's kind of like her one conversation she's going to have about it. I think this for me, this is my like one conversation I want to have about them
Yeah.
as a couple until I'm told to say something else. But as far as like Mariah and I, we kind of made a deal that this topic is going to close after this conversation.
Yeah, and the people who are in the chat or who are watching outside, she jumped in here. She said what she had to say. We don't have any more right to knowledge other than what an individual is willing to share, and hopefully you can respect that. Because, like I said the other night, whatever her trials and tribulations are, she's now away from the situation and she's trying to heal.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And I am so proud of her, and and I will say this until my face is blue. I'm so proud of her. I'm so proud of the journey that she is on, and that she is, all the steps that she's taking right now. And I've told her that there's nothing but support here. Absolutely.
Okay, I just wanted, you sent me your message, so I wanted to hop in, but I have to hop out because I do have company.
Okay, I love you.
Love you too. Mariah, you know how to reach me as well if you ever need to chat privately. Good night, guys.
Bye,
Good
beautiful.
night.
Bye, Pop.
Unconfirmed, you need to say anything before we disconnect or separate?
No, I don't have anything to say. I'm glad that you guys cleared the air and talked it out. And that I know there was, well, I didn't know. I just, there's always, disconnects and when people don't talk, right? So I'm glad that that was kind of cleared up. And I know Mariah was, in here, and I'm just proud of her for getting up. I know she feels, I don't know how she feels, but yeah, I'm just proud of her for
You can
kind of clearing
imagine how
that.
she
And
feels.
yeah, so yeah, we can kind of move past this and,
And I want you all to know too, I'm trying my hardest, to like say to Nick, like, stop talking about this, let's go live and just have a good time and talk about other things. So I am trying to direct him to do the best thing. I think Mariah even texted him about like the whole Graceland thing. Cause whenever he was talking about, the one thing I think we should talk about really quick is just the Graceland conversation. So Nick was alive and he was saying that Pat, please unblock me on TikTok. However, they were never blocked on text. So when he said that, Pat and Madison were texting me at the exact same time, and Pat was like, "I'm gonna text him and check on him." They were kind of making sure that he was okay. They were worried about him, and I said, "I think he's okay." The point of contact that they have to get a hold of Nick is number one, Mariah. And then second, the person they had was me. So they were just making sure that he was okay based on what they were seeing online. And I said, he was just asking about you. You definitely should reach out. And I said to Madison and to Pat, I said, whatever you do, please don't invite him to come back here. That's not what he needs. I said, I think he just wants to know that you're there because he does look up to Pat. He does see Pat as like a father figure type, role model type leader. Not in negative, I'm not saying this in a bad way, but he sees him like as he wants him to be proud of him and he wants to know that he can text him and say, are you okay? And so as soon as that happened, if you watch the live, he says, Pat, please unblock me. And then he starts texting Pat. While that was happening, I was texting Madison and Pat at the exact same time. So that was kind of how it all happened. So when I said that, and I do know that when it comes to Pat, the first thing he says to any ex-resident is come home, like come here. You need to be safe. Come home. He always opens that door for them. And I tried to say like, don't do that. Like I don't think that's the right thing for him, but I know that that could happen. So my fear was that Nick would be like, okay, I want to come back. So I said that to Summer. I said that to Mariah, and I think I said that live. Whatever. That was my worry. But that was a part of another thing that we didn't get to discuss a little bit. But that was something that you pointed out.
Gotcha. Did you? I didn't. I saw some clips that you and him went live last night. I was sleeping, so I didn't catch that. Did you tell him that as well?
To,
Tell.
no, we were more joking about Pat, about battling with Pat. So when I go live with Nick, I told him.
Wait,
So I've set
I'll
boundaries.
be right back. I just need to. I'm sorry, my kid needs some toilet papers. I have to throw them some toilet papers. I'll be right
No,
back.
you're good. You're good. Okay. No, so when I go live with Nick, I told him that my boundary was I don't want to talk about like what I do in my lives is very different than what a lot of y'all do. I go live with other creators. I have conversation with them for 5 minutes. We run a battle. We talk. We banter. We play. We enjoy ourselves. We have fun. I go live with some really really huge celebrity people. I go live with some brand new people. I teach them. I'm a connector on TikTok. My live is all about positivity and just having a good time. We even do prank phone calls. We do all kinds of crazy shit on TikTok throughout the night. We have a good time. So I told him when I go live with them, I don't really want to talk about like that stuff. So he comes into a live with me. I would like to have like fun and like not talk about Graceland or his problems or about Mariah. And when we were live together, I was advocating for him and Mariah in a positive way, also about them individually, separately. I think it's on YouTube. I think I've seen a screen recording of the conversation, but it was never to, I didn't go too deep into anything.
Oh, okay. I was wondering about that, but okay. Yeah, I don't really have anything else to say, so I'm gonna drop down here because I need to do some stuff before we go live. But yeah, well,
Okay.
thanks for
Well, I'm
having
going
me
to
up
be going
here.
live tonight in my show performance. So if y'all get bored, stop in. But also, if you're in my live, make sure you follow Unconfirmed. In summer, they go live every night. They talk about all kinds of really good conversations. Their live is way different than mine. They don't do battles and things like that. That's something I do. Sometimes I think we do. I think we have done battles before, a little bit like playing around.
We
But
have,
Yeah.
yeah.
so if y'all get bored, if you are just chilling tonight and you want something to listen to, check them out. If you don't follow them, if you're not from this whole world and you know who we're talking about, these are some really good creators. So
Yeah, and to finish again, I want to say I really wanted to wait to the end. I know I've said it before, but I will say it again. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I reacted poorly, and that's on me. That's not on you. And again, like I said, sorry, I was running around my house. But I will take down my videos. I will put a post. If that's okay, and I could tag you in it, saying that, I'm glad that we got to clear things out. I take accountability for my shit, and I absolutely will. And
same with
thank you.
myself.
Yeah,
Thank you.
and thank you for agreeing to do this, and I'm glad that we did.
All right. Well, I love you, Summer. I love you, Confirmed.
I
And
love you, Jess.
it was nice to clear everything up. And best of luck to all of you. And please text me, call me anytime you need me, Summer. Confirmed. Thank you for the private messages and the relationship that we're building and that we have. And I'm very grateful. And thank you for the new relationship I'm building with Violet. So
Yeah.
I'll see
Violet's
you
great
all very
people.
soon.
Violet is good people. Love you, Violet. Jessica, love your
Thank you.
face, sister. Have a good show tonight. Dizzy, I'll see you on the other side when we go live.
See you on the side. Love you guys.
Bye, guys.
Good
Bye.
night, all.
All right. Thank you all for being here for that conversation. I know it's, so if you're from my world and not a part of that world, I apologize. If you have no clue what we're talking about and you're like, what the hell? But that's what we do here. We just talk about things and friendships and life. And I'm sure someone's going to screen record and put it up. But it was a really good conversation. So if you did miss it, I'm sure you'll see a clip somewhere. If you guys have not done your heart me's, please consider doing your heart me's.
Tiny.